So recently you must have heard in the news that Israel has targeted Iran's defense facility. In this video, with the help of a map, we are going to learn why Israel did it and how did they do it. The first thing that you need to understand is that Israel and Iran have a long-standing geopolitical conflict. Iran and Israel both don't like each other. You can feel that in Iran's supreme leader's statement when he called Israel a cancerous tumor. In fact, in 2021, Iran's parliament has proposed a legislation which gives the necessary motivation to the Iranian government in taking initiatives towards destroying Israel by 2040. So you can clearly see that Iran hates Israel. On the other hand, Israel sees Iran as a significant threat due to its pursuit of nuclear weapons and support for militant groups. And this is true if you see Iran is the only Muslim country in the Middle East to have developed their own nuclear program. And it is also very advanced. Iran has the capability of enriching uranium to a great extent. In fact, United Nations report says Iran currently has enough enriched uranium to build several nuclear weapons. So you see, both Iran and Israel have enough motivation to attack each other. But then tensions have escalated in recent years when Israel started attacking Iranian nuclear facilities, then conducting cyber attacks and airstrikes in Syria. However, in this video, we're going to learn about the recent airstrike conducted by Israel on Iran's defense facility. If you look at the map, these are Iran's nuclear sites. On 30th January, Israel conducted a drone strike on a defense facility in the Iranian city of Isfahan. If you see, this city is right at the center of Iran. And why did Israel target a defense facility in this city? Because the city of Isfahan is a major center of Iranian missile production and research and development. Basically, this city is the hub of Tehran's missile industry, and this is also the place where Shahab medium-range ballistic missile has been developed. Let me tell you about this missile in brief. Shahab is a series of medium-range ballistic missiles developed by Iran. These missiles are based on North Korean technology and have a range of up to 1,500 to 2,000 kilometers. The Shahab 3 is the most well-known and widely deployed variant of the missile and is capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. Iran has been accused of using the Shahab missiles to support militant groups in the region and has threatened to use them against Israel. In fact, most recently, that is last year in November, Commander of IRGC's Aerospace Force, Amir Ali, announced that Iran has developed its first national hypersonic ballistic missile and it can strike Israel's capital in less than 400 seconds. So the existence of ballistic missiles in Iran has been a major factor in the tensions between Iran and the West. When I say West, even Israel is included. That is the reason Israel conducted an airstrike at a defense facility located in this city. Now, as per the Iranian Defense Ministry statement, they have said 3 Israeli drones were involved in this airstrike. 2 of them were successfully shot down and 1 of them caused minor damage to the facility. Now, this is not the first time drones have been used to strike defense facilities inside Iran. In June 2021, similar kind of drone strikes was conducted on a centrifuge manufacturing center in Karaj. Likewise, in February 2022, there was an attack on an Iranian military drone storage and manufacturing facility in Kermanshah. And both these drone attacks have been linked to Israel. Now, the interesting point to note is that Israel has used 3 quadcopter drones, which is basically a short-range drone, and these are equipped with bomblets. I don't know if you know this, in the month of November last year, Israeli company called Elbit Systems unveiled a micro drone called Lanius. You can call this Israeli version of Iran's Shahed 136 drone that Russia is using in Ukraine. The only difference is Israelis have made it much smaller and it doesn't make as much noise as the Iran's Shahed 136. So it is said that Israel has used this quadcopter drone on their 30th January strike. As I've said earlier in this video, both Israel and Iran are aware of each other's tactics. After this January 30th drone strike, Iran has warned Israel not to play with fire and has threatened to retaliate. Having said that, let me also tell you that even Israel very well knows that it will receive a response from Iran because it has happened in the past. That is why I am saying that both Israel and Iran are aware of each other's tactics. Now, why did Israel do it? What is the purpose behind it? So there are a couple of reasons behind it. Number 1, whenever Israel conducts any kind of strike in Iran, United States is duly informed. So we have to factor in United States' interest as well as Israel's interests. So what is United States' interest with respect to Iran? Basically, Washington desperately wants to bring down Iran's nuclear program. The second reason is Iran's military wing, that is IRGC, which is often called as Iran's militant group by the West. They constantly attack United States troops and allies in Syria. I have a video called Current Situation in Syria. Watch that, you will understand who is doing what and how it's being done. The third reason is, as you may know, Iran was supplying drones to Russia, and Russia has been using those drones against Ukraine. I am talking about kamikaze Shahed drones. So that is also one of the United States' interests to take down the facility where these drones are being manufactured. And the fourth reason is, who is currently a big threat to Israel? It is the Lebanese Shia militant group Hezbollah. And who supports Hezbollah financially and militarily? Iran. So any kind of arms shipment that has to reach Hezbollah or other proxy forces in Syria, it has to move through Iraq and Syria. So it is very much in Israel's own security interests to attack any kind of arms manufacturing facility inside Iran. In December, Benjamin Netanyahu again became the Prime Minister of Israel. Now, one of his allies in an interview has said, if United States does not secure a new nuclear deal with Iran, then Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will give orders to strike Iran's nuclear facilities. Now, if at all this news tells you that Israel is going to act independently, if United States does not succeed with a new nuclear deal with Iran, that will be a mistake. What you have to understand is that both Israel and United States, they both are on the same page. They will not say this upfront, but you have to realize that they are on the same page. Israel is basically United States plan B. What I mean is, if the United States do not succeed with a new JCPOA agreement, then they are going to coordinate with Israel and conduct airstrikes in Iran. Just to give you evidence of this, why do you think Israel and United States conducted a joint military exercise called Juniper Oak on 24th Jan, and that too in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea? In this exercise, long-range bombers were part of it, precision targeting and mid-air refueling all were part of the drill. It was clear that this was an offensive capability exercise directed towards Iran and not some kind of random military rehearsal for Israel defense. So if at all United States and Iran fail in coming up with new nuclear deal, the United States is going to coordinate with Israel and strike Iran's nuclear facilities. If you want to know more on JCPOA agreement, I have a video on it, watch it. So anyhow, you have got the reasons why Israel is striking Iran's facilities. Now we will learn how Israel is doing it. How are they sending their quadcopter drones inside Iran? If you look at the map of Iran, there are two ways Israel can enter Iran, that is through north and through south. This way is a bit difficult because they have to then cross Jordan or Syria and then Iraq and then enter Iran. Syria is not possible, as you know the majority of the Syrian airspace is under the control of Russia, and Russia is not going to give free hand to Israel just like that. Coming to Jordan, Jordan and Israel have a complex relationship. While there is no official diplomatic relationship between the two countries, apart from a peace treaty signed in 1994, but then there is a huge political and cultural differences between the two. And then, as you know, Jordan is in support of Palestine, and it is not in favor of Israel's claim of Jerusalem. So with that much of differences, I don't think Israel will go to Jordan and then convince Saudi Arabia and then enter Iran. Now, Israel and Saudi Arabia do not have any official diplomatic relations. However, there have been recent reports of covert cooperation between the two countries, mainly due to their mutual concerns over Iran's regional influence. But then the Saudi government officially supports the Palestinian cause. And the last thing Israel would do is ask United States to convince Saudi Arabia so that Israel can supply their drones from Saudi Arabia into Iran. And this is also a huge risk because then chances are Israel and United States covert operations against Iran will be publicly known, and that is not going to be in United States' interests. If you notice, I use the word supply instead of launch. These drones are very small and can be used only for short-range operations. Their flight time is also less than half an hour. That means you should realize that these strikes have been launched from inside Iran. These quadcopters cannot fly from neighboring countries. Now the only way these tiny Israeli drones can enter Iran is from north. If you see, Azerbaijan is geographically closer to Iran. And I don't know whether you know this, all the missions in the Iran's northeastern region by Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, have been launched from Azerbaijani air bases. In fact, the second Armenia-Azerbaijan war, which took place in 2020, Azerbaijan used many of Israeli weapons. Israel and Azerbaijan have a long-term strategic cooperation, which is also a best-kept secret, and it is not something new, it is happening since 1990s. Israel has trained Azerbaijan's military. Israel has also played a significant role in the building of Azerbaijan's military capabilities and establishing Azerbaijan's defense industry. In fact, 1/3 of Iran's population are ethnic Azerbaijanis. This is an asset for Israel. With the use of soft power, Israel can easily create instability in Tehran. For example, recently the anti-hijab protest in Iran. For a second, forget about the morality of the issue. It did not happen just like that. Look at the timing. On 15 September, Iran signed a memorandum to join the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and 5 days after that, protest happens, a woman dies, and it turns into a global issue. This is not a coincidence. This is a reformist movement, and it has been directly sponsored by the United States. US is also using the unrest to create instability in Iran. Even Canada has joined the bandwagon in the name of human rights. So anyhow, what I'm trying to say is that ethnic Azerbaijanis in Iran are an asset for Mossad. Israel can easily use them to advance their interests. Now, Azerbaijan has several military air bases which are combined with civilian airports. Some of the most significant ones include the Ganja International Airport, which serves as the country's main military air base, and it is located in the city of Ganja. Then there is the Nakhchivan International Airport, which is located in the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, and then there is Heydar Aliyev International Airport in the capital city of Baku. These air bases are used for both military and civilian purposes and play a key role in Azerbaijan's air defense and air transportation infrastructure. Among these three, if you see, Nakhchivan International Airport is located in the autonomous region of Azerbaijan. If you look at it from Azerbaijan's side, it is very much behind Armenia, but then it has a border with Turkey. So this is where you have to understand that Turkey supports Azerbaijan and Armenia has the support of Russia. And Turkey is also a member of NATO. Turkey's membership in NATO has also been a key factor in its political and military ties with the United States and other NATO countries. Although it is not publicly known how Israeli drones enter Iran, as both Israel and Iran maintain strict secrecy regarding their military operations and intelligence activities. But then the only way Israeli drones can enter Iran is through these international airports, wherein some Azerbaijani asset has to physically carry it inside Iran. You cannot fly them and send it inside. As it is, these are quadcopters, they do not have that much of flight time and cannot fly that long distance. And even if they go inside Iran through aerial way, Iran has surface-to-air missiles which are part of Iran's air defense system. Iran's air defense network is considered one of the most advanced in the Middle East and is designed to detect, track, and engage enemy aircraft and missiles. The country's air defense systems are integrated with radar, early warning, and command and control systems, and they are deployed at key locations along its borders and around its major cities and critical infrastructures. Iran has also deployed air defense systems in its naval and ground forces, which enhances its ability to defend its interests and assets in the region. So the only way Israeli drones can enter Iran is through these international airports, wherein some Azerbaijani asset has to physically carry it inside Iran. And not just by airport, you can enter Iran by bus, train, ferry or car. Right after this incident, Azerbaijan has issued a travel warning for Iran, because there was an attack on Azerbaijan's embassy in the Iranian capital Tehran, which has left one person dead and 2 others wounded. This has been termed as a terrorist attack. Now you can imagine, inside Iran, who will attack Azerbaijan's embassy? I have explained the entire situation, just use your common sense and try to imagine who did it. As I've already said, 1/3 of Iran's population are ethnic Azerbaijanis. This is an asset for Israel. And I've also said Israel has trained Azerbaijan's military. Israel has also played a significant role in building of Azerbaijan's military capabilities and establishing Azerbaijan's defense industry. Anyhow, so this is the route through which the Israeli drones have entered. Turkey has definitely given the land route, and Azerbaijani airbase or even land route has been used. I hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching it.